Depression is a complex feeling that scientists are trying to understand better. According to WHO, more than 264 million people worldwide suffer from depression, with the majority being women. If you are the person or suspect that someone you know is suffering from depression, it is important to be aware of the signs and symptoms, so you can provide support and encourage them to seek help. In this video, we're going on a journey to explore 7 signs that often show up when someone is dealing with deep depression. We will also dive into the interesting world of hormones and how they can make these signs even stronger. By putting these pieces together, we will build a deeper understanding that can help us notice depression early and give the right help. Number 1. Persistent sadness. One of the most common signs of depression is persistent sadness. A person who is truly depressed will feel sad or empty most of the time, not just for a few days or weeks. It's a deep and pervasive sadness that can last for months or even years. Depression doesn't affect our emotions. It can mess with our hormones too, especially with a hormone called cortisol, which is sometimes called the stress hormone. It can make the feelings of sadness much worse. It's like this hormone is turning up the volume on sadness. Number 2. Not enjoying things at all. Our brains have special chemicals like dopamine and serotonin that help us feel happy. But when these chemicals aren't working right, it can make us stop enjoying things we used to like. A study tells us that changes in these chemicals can lead to something called anhedonia, where we lose interest and pleasure in things, something very common in depression. Someone who used to enjoy going to the movies might discover they can't like it anymore. Number 3. Feeling tired and low on energy. Another hormone, cortisol, shows up again. When you are really stressed, it can throw our cortisol out of balance. This can make us feel super tired and like we have no energy. It's like the battery in our body is running low. People who are struggling with depression may feel like they have no energy to get through the day, even for a simple task like taking a shower or doing a simple math. This lack of motivation can be devastating, making it difficult to accomplish anything at all. Number 4. Sleep problems. Hormones wield a significant influence over our sleep patterns. Among them, the sleep hormone melatonin plays a pivotal role. But if something goes wrong with melatonin, it can make your sleep disrupted. A study in a science journal called Psychoneuroendocrinology tells us that when melatonin gets messed up because of changes in hormones, it can make us have trouble sleeping or sleep too much. In this situation, a person might have a hard time falling asleep or find it tough to get out of bed in the morning. Number 5. Eating and weight changes. You've heard of leptin. It's a hormone that helps us know when we're full and controls how much we eat. In some individuals with depression, there may be reduced sensitivity to leptin, which can lead to increased appetite and potentially contribute to weight gain. In some cases, it can also lead to weight loss. Additionally, depression-related stress and inflammation can affect the production and response to leptin, further impacting appetite regulation. Number 6. Trouble thinking and deciding. Our hormones, including cortisol and thyroid hormones, play a role in how our brain works. When they're not in balance, it can mess with our ability to think clearly, remembering things, and make decisions. A study in Frontiers in Neuroscience tells us about this link between hormones and our brain power. Depression can make it hard to focus on tasks or remember important information. A person might feel like their mind is foggy or they can't think clearly. A person who used to be able to complete complex tasks at work may find that they are now struggling to stay focused and complete even simple tasks. Number 7. Thinking about death. or hurting themselves. Even the most serious thoughts, like thinking about death or hurting themselves, can be influenced by hormones. The Journal of Affective Disorder explains that certain hormones can make these thoughts stronger in depression. It's like these hormones are pushing those thoughts to the front of our minds. They might feel like life is not worth living or that they would be better off dead. It is important to note that not all people with depression will experience thought of self-harm or suicide, but it is a serious risk that should be taken seriously. Depression is like a puzzle made up of different pieces, and hormones are a big part of it. By learning about how hormones can make the 7 signs of depression stronger, we can understand depression better. Remember, depression is a serious issue, and if you or someone you know has the signs, it's really important to get help from a professional. With more knowledge and care, we can create a world where everyone understands and supports mental health.